Welcome back everybody, it's me, Garmanza92, and we are back today with another F1 22 video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please hit that thumbs up button and leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and my content if you haven't subscribed already. If you do subscribe, thank you so much for subscribing and supporting me, my channel and my videos. And don't forget to hit that all-important bell so you don't miss any of them as they drop onto YouTube. So yes, we are back with our F1 22 in our My Team career. We are continuing our recent run of form, which we have been doing really well, actually. Well, I say really well. We've been doing very well. We've won the last 5 races on the bounce. We now head into the British Grand Prix, which, of course, we want to win this one as well. So we're going to do a PR filming day, although that does take rather a lot down, so I'm not going to do that, I don't think. Second driver press tour, yeah, I think that's probably worthwhile. So we've got plus aero and plus durability there that we're going to add in. So we're going to fast forward these. We've got a couple of upgrades coming.
They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
So that's good. So we've got our parts added as well. We've now got 8.6 million. We're just saving the money up now, ready for when we have to renew our contract, just to see if we could pick up a big name, possibly to try and push this team and see if we can get the Constructors' Championship. So this is something that we have here. Our facilities are relatively functional currently. One thing we could consider is improving the facilities to improve more recreation areas and activities, make it a home away from home. Encourage staff to spend more time here and make it feel more rewarding when they do. A remodel may be expensive, but it could be significantly improving staff's morale. Make improvements to uncover the recreational options for staff. 100% we want to get our drivetrain morale up. Well, no, we don't need it to get up, but we want it to be high. So as you can see as well, the elephant in the room, we have a different livery, of course, for the British Grand Prix. So obviously we are sticking with the white, red and blue theming for obviously the British teams that are out there, mainly taking this sort of inspiration from the British talent team that used to be in MotoGP with the white colour. Looks really cool. So, as I said, we head to the British Grand Prix. We're going to fast forward our last couple of bits now, where we've got that tyre blanket coming in, and we've got the Pirelli hot lap here that we can do as well. We're going to use the Aston Martin because it's British. So we're going to sit in with the average speed zone. I'm going to head into this Pirelli hot lap to get us all those all-important money and, of course, the acclaim. We are obviously coming into the Silverstone racetrack, so yeah, we want to win this one. This is one that we definitely want to win. Hopefully we can do round here. Let's. I'll either drop back in with everybody once we have finished free practice and we are heading into qualifying, or of course if there is an update on the weekend as to whether there is a sprint. I believe there could be a sprint at this British Grand Prix. I'm pretty sure they did one last time, so I'm a good sort of 92% sure that we're going to have a sprint race here. But I will check in once we've finished our Pirelli hot lap and we have an update. I'll speak to you all in a bit. Okay, that is free practice finished. We have topped every session so far of this British Grand Prix weekend. Obviously, us and our teammate there, both Brits. This is going to be a racetrack that all Brits want to win. Their home Grand Prix, and obviously anywhere in the calendar that is the driver's home Grand Prix, that driver wants to win and wants to make a name and be their home Grand Prix winner. So we head to the one-shot qualifying. But I feel really good around here, which isn't a surprise. It being Silverstone and obviously the British Grand Prix. So hopefully we can just get a good lap together and look at beating our rival again. So we've got 3 races remaining to beat our rival, and we're currently 7 points in front of him. So unless we get to obviously 30, which I don't think we will. But yeah, so we're looking quite good at the moment anyway. You can see there, so far we're doing very, very well. But yeah, let's head straight into one-shot qualifying. like I said, hopefully we can get a decent lap together and we can put the lap that got us our quickest lap time in the last one, which was, I think was a 1:28.9 or something like that we managed to get. So, yeah, hopefully we can get that, but we shall see, of course, whether we can. As we look at the Silverstone Grand Prix, and already our dirty car. Why is our car dirty already? So, one shot qualifying. Of course, we are on the softs tyres. We have got our setup ready to go. And it is going to be dry all the way up until the race as well. So, that's really cool. Right, let's get out to track and set our quickest lap time. Hopefully, we can get P1 in our home Grand Prix. So, we come round. And through Abbey here. We just want to get our quickest lap time here. Round the loop. Out of the loop corner. And down the hanger straight. Moving on to the race through here. Into Luffield. Take a little bit of a wider line. Currently P1 at the minute. Round the MotoGP start finish straight into Cox Corner. Baggers and Beckers now. Out of there, that was slow through there. I took a little bit too much brake. You could just about see Lando Norris in front of us, look. Not going to go wide. That didn't cancel the lap, but it did lose me some time. Too much curb on the entry into that, but I think we just about got away with it. P1. We've got pole position for our home Grand Prix. Just got home pole position now, I think. There wasn't much in that at all, I don't think. At all? There wasn't much in that at all. I think Lando Norris was very close to us. Yes, he was. 0.064. Sebastian Vettel, third. Okay, there's not as many Brits at the top as I thought there was going to be. Let's just have a quick look at where our teammates... 19th from our teammate. 1.5 seconds off of our lap time. Youch. Okay, anyway. Regards to that, we have beaten Charles Leclerc again. So obviously get that extra point. We get a little bit of a claim. Jensen gets a little bit of a claim there and our team picks up the rest. Now, it's race day. Round 10. Round this Silverstone circuit for the British Grand Prix. I do like this race. We do like this race a lot. Right, looks like it's going to be dry. So dry conditions is much better than wet conditions around here, of course. We've just got to hope that we don't do anything silly here, because I think my race pace is actually really good as well. We were looking at about 131, 130 during our race strategy sort of thing, so the race management tests that you do.
Welcome along then to Great Britain and the Great Silverstone Circuit for today's...
We don't need to look at the grid, we're on pole position. We'll just have a look at us on pole position actually. I thought it was coming then, but it's not as it is here. Lando Norris, 2 Brits on the front row. Us and Lando, which is pretty cool, I do like that.
I know this is your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Let's not make any unnecessary risks.
Yeah, likelihood of that's unlikely. Right, so I'm going to go with 14.5 laps of fuel here. I have a feeling fuel could be a big condition. With those quick straights and stuff like that. You are on the throttle a lot. So, yeah, I need to be careful with fuel. We're going to pit on lap 6. We're going to start on the soft tyre. Like I say, pitting lap 6, coming out onto the medium tyre. For 7 laps, taking us to the end of the race. Obviously, you need to use 2 different tyres in F1, so we have to go from a soft to something. We're certainly not going to go soft to a hard. Okay, let's go. So, on the starting grid, of course, ready to start our formation lap. So here I go. I am going to get my tyres nice and warm, ready for our launch off of the front row. And I will catch back up with everybody once we have finished our formation lap and we are forming the grid. Okay, we come round the final corner, ready to start our British Grand Prix here as we form the grid for our home race. Can we get a decent launch? We do get a decent launch. A perfect launch there, so that's good.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is
I
formed.
do think Lando Norris is going to overtake us before we get to Abbey. But we shall see, of course. Not the best of launches, if I'm honest. We are using our overtake mode to try and get into Abbey first. Going to leave a little bit of room. We are ahead. Right, let's get our head down for these first couple of laps. Must have been something going on there. There must have been a bit of argy-bargy. We are already 1.6 seconds in front in the first couple of corners. There must have been a little bit of pushing and shoving because Charles Leclerc has made it past Vettel. So I wonder if there was a little bit of a collision between the two McLarens that's, to be fair, kind of cost Lando Norris, although he is coming back to me, so I do need to get my wriggle on a little bit. Try and keep that gap over a second, preferably higher, if of course, if we can, before they activate that DRS again. So we're going to have two really heavy laps where we really push this car to its limits, or at least as much as I can drive anyway. 1:33.4 is currently the quickest lap of the race. Bit of overtake mode as we come up through here. Overtake mode as we come out of left field. Don't know what's going on with McLaren, but they've been doing a hell of a lot better this year on this game anyway. Right, round Club and Vale. 1:29.9. That's a good lap. We're just trying to eke out as much as a gap as possible here for these first couple of laps. Then we can take it a little bit more easy. At the moment I'm using a lot of overtake mode that we don't really have to use. But like I said, we're just trying to eke that gap out. Just while we can. Of course, we are pitting on lap 6 of this race. The gap's 2.6 now. power as we come out of the corner. Turn that off relatively early. Right, if we can stick to a matter of 130. What was that about a new strategy option? Pitting a lap earlier. Okay, let's roll with the team here. I think we're going to have the pace on both tyres, so we're going with the team there. They reckon we should pit a lap earlier. Mind you, these tyres are on 31% wear already, so out the corner. Up to 3 seconds the gap is now. We will come out into traffic, I think. Actually, we probably won't, will we? Because I wouldn't have said a lot of the others are going to be pitting on lap 5. So it might be that we come out into less traffic than what we think we're going to be. Which will be nice and handy. Might have a little bit of clean air to warm our medium tyres up, of course. Probably looking at about a 135 again, or a 130 point something. 130.5 is what I meant. If we can consistently hit the 130s.
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
Yeah, 130.5 look.
In this lap, push now.
Right, let's have a good in lap then.
Okay,
That was slow.
this lap.
Come on, we're going for a decent in lap here. Oh, that's wide. .4 is the gap, so that's good. Right, we're coming into the pits. I always forget with this pits, it's 37 mile an hour. I had to remember that then. Okay, here we go. This is our pit stop. It's a long pit stop here. I'm kind of hoping that will work in our advantage, that we will have a lot of the cars past us already, and we will be able to pass them as they pit.
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
Right, now then.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
Let's do it. Let's get our head down here. We're on our own. Obviously everybody else is yet to pit. The objective is for one to be in front of Lando Norris when he pits, of course, but to also be 3 seconds in front of Lando Norris as he comes out of the pits. So we need to get our head down for these first few laps here. Oh, I need to remember I'm not on softs anymore. Jensen's up to 18th place. Well, he's had a couple of people pit in front of him as well, so... Well, we come out before Lando.
Car behind on the medium tyre now.
But he's a hell of a lot closer than I would have liked. No, he's not. He probably gained a good sort of second and a half on me with the pit stop.
Okay, the gap behind is 1.6 seconds.
But that's okay. We will have warmer medium tyres, of course. Although I don't believe that that really affects the AI. We have dominated this weekend so far. We are halfway through the race. Our teammate is in the pits.
Jensen is in the pits. Jensen in the pits.
.4 is the gap now to Mr. Norris behind us. Unfortunately for Charles Leclerc, the undercut did not work for him. Red Bull put him in a lap later than Lando and he still has come out. And if I'm honest, he's probably come out in danger of being overtaken by Sebastian Vettel. If Vettel can keep up with him, that is, of course. Which he should be able to, because technically he'll have DRS. Gap still 2.3 to Lando Norris. As long as it stays above 2 seconds, we'll be happy. Or over the moon with 2 seconds, we'd be happy if it was 1 second. A 30.8, that's okay, it's a good lap time.
So leading our teammate by 21.0 seconds. That's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
That's okay, we got plus 0.6 fuel, so that's good. Really focusing on getting a good lap here. The gap's nearly back up to 3 seconds, so it's working. I did say we'll have the pace on both tyres. Quite easily as well. It's interesting that Charles Leclerc is still in front of Sebastian Vettel, so Charles Leclerc obviously has a little bit more pace than Sebastian Vettel, and Vettel can't get by him at this moment. Ah, there we go. Sebastian Vettel has just overtaken Charles Leclerc. I imagine that was coming down into Stowe as well. The interesting thing to see now would be if he can keep it. 1:30.3 was our last lap. So our race pace, as I did expect, is about a 1:30. So that's a nice strong race pace as well. A little bit of overtake mode as we come down here. The gap's creeping towards 3 seconds now.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
4 laps of fuel's okay. We're still on the plus. Plus 0.49 of fuel. 3.4 seconds in front. Wonder if Charles Leclerc is going to overtake Sebastian Vettel again. And with saying that he's got Max Verstappen breathing down his neck. So Max Verstappen, is he going to look to try and get past his teammate and try and keep up with Vettel? .4, another good lap. We can keep checking off the 1:30s. Nice consistent race pace. At the moment it's still 2 McLarens to 2 Red Bulls. No Mercedes in sight. What a shame. Maggots and Beckett's is completed. A little bit of DRS, overtake mode just as I come down this corner. Or come down it straight, sorry. Another 1:30.3. Lovely consistent race pace at this British Grand Prix we've got here. Doing these times with ease. It is still, with 2 laps left of this Grand Prix, it is still currently Lando Norris, Sebastian Vettel, Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen. It is McLaren playing Red Bull. Doesn't bode well for me in the Constructors' Championship, of course, because obviously we're not going to get as much, because Red Bull are going to pick up 4th and 5th, so they're going to get quite a few points. I think the fuel we went for, that 1.5 extra, is bang on. So it looks like I've got 0.2 laps of fuel remaining, or extra remaining, that we're not even going to have to worry about the fuel either. So could take it a little bit more easier on the last lap. But then after the time, the minute you stop doing stuff and trying to be a little bit easier is when you make a mistake. So we are now on our final lap. Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc are battling. I can see Max Verstappen getting in front of Charles Leclerc, and it's chopping and changing at the second. Back to Leclerc in front of his teammate. Back to Verstappen. Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc. They're all in it. There's all 3 of them are in there. Looks like a 3-way battle between Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz now. Carlos Sainz chucking his Ferrari into the top 5. Shame it's not good old Danny Rick. That was probably exceeding track limits. Here we go. Down the straight for the last time. Being a little bit easier on this lap. Only got 0.1 of a fuel remaining, so... Round Club and Vale. And across the line. What a win. We won the British Grand Prix. We win our home race.
Congratulations, well done.
Well happy. Driver of the day as well. Thank you very much. That was a very good race. Those consistent lap times.
After a day of mixed fortunes up and down,
Apart from the last one, of course, but we were just taking the last one a little bit easier. We obviously have both McLarens right next to us.
that helped them achieve this success.
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere.
It's very true.
Welcome then.
I do want to look at ourselves on the podium for this one, as it is the British Grand Prix, of course.
Today in a very difficult race.
British Grand Prix winner. I'll take that. We will definitely take that accolade. We don't need to see them dice each other in champagne. It's a little weird. Take a victory from Great Britain. We've done that. We get quite a bit of XP for that as well, which is quite nice. 3,200 XP. That probably should take us to tier 17, possibly. Yes. And a little bit of 18. Yeah. Ideal.
So let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. Joker increases their championship.
We pick up
lead. Well, after
26
an incredible
points
day
for
of
that.
racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
I have to
Our
give it to
teammate
Joker.
picking
They
up
did a great
18th
job at getting the
place.
most out of their tyres without losing pace, something that's a very handy skill to have in modern day Formula One.
It's time to
Okay,
see
so that's why we got driver of the day then. Was because of our consistent pace and not losing tyre wear throughout the race. I want it all. I don't know what that means, but we've just achieved that target. And 1,900 acclaim we have on Charles Leclerc as we pick up a lot of points. We head into now round 11 with a very positive lookout on this championship. And our team, or 1.1 million, our team is almost capable of getting that 20 level driver acclaim. So, round 11 is next up. We have some activities, of course. So, I just wanted to have a look. So his expires on the 11th of July, which technically will probably be the next video. Just having a look. What sort of drivers we could get with the money that we have saved. I would quite like Mick Schumacher. I might get Mick Schumacher at the end of the season though. I just don't understand how to get their focus up. That's what I don't get. Obviously it's results, isn't it, I suppose, but yeah, how do you get the results? You know, we're obviously performing in the car and they're not. I don't know what else to do, what else to say, really. Yeah, I think I'd probably look at like a Mick Schumacher or someone like that. Try and bring them into the fold, see if we can develop them a little bit more. Obviously, you've got some very good youngsters down here. Obviously, Oscar Piastri, who is now part of the F1 field for the new season. But yeah, so that's pretty much the standings. Look, you can see it there. We just lost out on the constructors' standings for now. We do have a lot of R&D available to us, and we've only got 3 things in development. So let's have a look at our drivetrain while our morale is high and see if there is anything we can upgrade here. So we've got intercooler and we've got a roto speed. What does it recommend? It recommends chassis. I don't want chassis, I wanted powertrain. I mean, do we do that? Should we do it anyway? It's asking us for it, so let's do that. Now what does it reckon? 1003 for that. Okay, we'll go for that one as well. Let's go for it. That gives me 36 research development points left. So yeah, that is it for today's race. The next race is obviously round 11, which is the Austrian Grand Prix. We have this Grand Prix before we have to look at, before we have to talk to different drivers and stuff like that about renewing contracts and bits and bobs. So yeah, hopefully we can get we can talk to Jenson Button, maybe see if he'll stay, or whether we get enough money after that race that we can look at signing another youngster to see if we can build them up through it and try and get them into our car and get them a little bit quicker than possibly Jenson Button is. So yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button and leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and my content if you haven't subscribed already. And if you do subscribe, thank you so much for subscribing and supporting me, my channel, and my videos. And don't forget to hit that bell so don't miss any of them as they drop onto YouTube. And with that being said, I shall see you all in the next video.